Hello, how are you? This is Els coming from Bemis Crafty Corner, and today we're going to be working with these. I'm sure you guys are familiar with what these are, right? Probably not, because it's got a bunch of stuff on it, but let me show you what they look like originally. Okay, so they start off looking like this. These are these hang tag price tags, right? And the problem with these is, you know, they are perforated right here. And so if you start putting a lot of stuff on them, you can break these. So we're gonna reinforce it, and then we're gonna, you know, use them for tags. So I'm gonna get everything out, and I'll be right back. So let's talk a little bit about how this process works. So we're gonna use tissue paper and to create something to stabilize our price tags. So we're just going to use it to kind of, you know, fuse the back. So there's a couple of different ways that you can do this. You can use some stick glue and, you know, coat the entire back and put it on here. You can use some tape if you want to use double-sided sticky tape. If you have a Xyron machine, you can just take this and put it in your Xyron. And I'm going to actually do a couple of these at the same time so that I don't waste the adhesive. And you can also use the sheet adhesive if you have that. And then you're just going to put it down on the shiny side of your tissue paper. If you look at tissue paper, it has two sides. One side is shiny and the other side is dull. We want to add this to the shiny side because we don't want the shiny side to show. So I'm just going to put this on, and I'm just going to use my finger to remove any excess sticky. Let's see if I can get one more on here. Can we get one more? Sure we can. Okay. So let's do one with the stick glue. I'm making sure I really get the edges here. Because we don't want them to peel up. Now you can use liquid adhesive if you want. That is entirely up to you. But see how this is curling and this is the stick? It's going to be even worse if you use liquid glue. Alright, so now we have those on there. We're going to use our scissors to cut them apart. And cut them all out, which I am going to do off camera. And then I'll be back. And we're going to talk about, you know, how to do some decorating and stuff. Besides, this one has to dry still. All right, so I'll be right back. All right, so just as a point of knowledge, This trick also works really good with anything else that has perforations in it. So here's a guess check. Have you ever done a guess check and you've altered it and you have this part fall off? This bottom piece comes off of there. Same thing. If you put the tissue paper on the back, you're not going to really obscure any of the writing or anything that's on the back of these. Some of them are pink on the back. You could even put it right on the front because it's more of a translucent paper. You could also use onion skin to do this if you had some laying around that you didn't, need for something else. And something like this, these are coat check tickets. And they're perforated, okay? So these are perforated right here in the middle. And again, if you don't want this to fall apart, if you put this onto some tissue paper and just adhere it down, you're going to strengthen this. It's going to make it a little bit thicker, but it's also going to strengthen it so it doesn't fall apart, okay? So just as an aside. All right, so we have some tags that we have already, done the backs of, and these are all dry. The other ones we just did are over here, and that's because one of these is done with wet glue and it's not dry yet. But these are dry, so these can be done. Sit, stay, Ubu. This is also really good for when you're separating napkins and you have that extra piece of napkin, the leftover piece we take off. That would be a good use for that. You can put that on there, and if it happens to be one that has a little bit of a print on it, then you get the bonus of the extra print. All right, so now ink them up, and you can leave them like this and then just pull them out when you need them, or you can make them for a project. And if you have a little bit of tissue paper that's kind of hanging out, nail files. Just give it a quick file, and that piece will go away. See? Nail files. Not just for nails anymore, ladies. All right, so we have that done, and now we can decorate them. So I'm going to get out some stuff to decorate this, and I'll be right back. So, I have some ink, I have a stamp, I have a whole pack of little bits and pieces, and I have some washi stickers. So, let's do this, shall we? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is get out some white paper, because I'm going to do a little stamping here. And I don't want to ruin my board. So I haven't even put this on a block. I just have it on the original, plastic that it comes on. Because I'm just going to do a little of that. And I'm doing second gen stamps here. Okay, so I'm inking the stamp, stamping it, not very, not too heavy. And then I'm going to put it on and do a second gen stamp. That way I don't get, like a lot of ink, but I get enough. Do a little first gen here and there, because we want different shades. All right, so now that I'm, pretty content with what I've got on here, let me do a little bit more. Right there. Okay. I love this part. It's fun. Okay. All right, so now that I've done that, Now I can decide how I want to decorate. What do I want to do? I know, they just look so messy. I love it. All right, so let's go in here and grab some stuff. Okay. Okay, we got a little specimen card, and there's a mushroom. That's kind of cool. And let's see what else. There's a florist label. That'll work. And let's see. Something, something, something. All right, so we've got a couple of those. We have some of these little washi stickers. So let's start with this one. Put that on there. Get our little thing out. There we go. Push that down. Go ahead and put a little ink on this just so we don't see that white line. And again, you can use glue, you can use roller tape, you can use regular tape, whatever you want to adhere these. So there's one. And I think we're going to do this little cotton piece over here. Press that down. It's kind of cool with these being washi stickers because you can see through them, which is kind of awesome. So you can see that little bit of printing that we have in there, and we can see the regular, you know, the lines from the regular price tag, and it just adds to it. I think it's another layer. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our little mushroom down here. And Sash just opened her soda. She's over there trying to do it so quiet. She's like, I'm so sorry. Oh. All right, then I'm going to put the specimen piece right over the cotton. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And I'm going to put one of these big flowers on this one. I haven't tried this yet, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And then I'm going to clip off this little bit over here that is off the side. There we go. Boy, my icky stickies are getting really icky and sticky. All right. And whatever this thing is, I don't know what it is. I can't read it. I think it's a, I don't know, might be a miniature telegram. But, you know, we want stuff that has some interest. Let's put that right side up, shall we? Just there. Okay. So that is that, and we are going to finish these off. I'll be right back to show you, you know, how I'm going to finish them. So, if you have the tool for this, you can certainly use this. If you do not have the tool for this, you can get these. These are eyelets that you can set with just, you know, the simplest, easiest little tool. You can use the end of a paintbrush if you want to. These set rather easily. And I will put a link to the manufacturer of these, the company, well, the company where you can get them, in the description below. So let me show you how easy these work. So you just put it through the hole, put it upside down, go through the hole, okay, upside down. And then you can just take a paintbrush or whatever and just press down. And you'll see that they're kind of pre-cut. And so they'll splay out. And then you can use a pair of pliers. Let me grab mine. Nothing's ever where I want it, you know? Okay, let me see here. We're here someplace. That's not the pair I want. So just a pair of flat pliers. And you can come in here and just press these down. And it's just like a regular eyelet, okay? Now, if you have the eyelet punch, it makes the life a little bit easier. You just put the eyelet in the hole. And I'm gonna, I'm gonna finish these with eyelets just because I can. And then I'm just gonna put it on here. And then we're just going to add, some baker's twine or regular twine to this, just to, give it the look. Okay. And I'm going to be really honest. If I have to pick between the two for this particular project, I like the self-setting ones because you can get them tighter than you can these. But you have to contend with, having slightly more standing out, okay? So once we have it at this point, we can add some twine. Here's some yellow. It'll pick up nice with the yellow in here, so we'll go ahead and use yellow on this one. Just cut a piece of this. And I'm just going to fish it through. Bring the two ends together and tie a knot. And then I can trim these down if I want. Give it a little bit of a haircut. Doop. Okay, so that's it. That's my tip on how to reinforce these, just to make them a little bit stronger. And like I said, it works on just about anything that's pre-perforated that you want to have a little bit more strength with. Okay? Okay. Got that put away. That's it. If you guys had seen what happened, I pulled that out, to show you guys, and they exploded and went everywhere, and I spent 10 minutes picking them up. But the things I don't get on film, that's the part, right? So that's it. Those are my little tags. And you can put these, in pockets or in tucks in your journals. Maybe make a set of them and send them to a friend as happy mail. They're fantastic little tags. That's it. That's all I have for you today. If you're new here, please do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that button for me and subscribe. Like me, ring my bell, share me with all your friends. Then your friends can be my friends, and my friends can be your friends, and our friends can get to be friends. And before you know it, we have a giant crafting community. I do go live on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. And on Sunday, we play trivia, so come out and hang out with us and play. We give away some, little prizes and things like that. And I post videos twice a week, typically on Mondays and Wednesdays, but you never know. And it could be more than twice a week. Hard to say. But that's generally what I do. I do some mostly tutorials, but I do some hauls and things like that. So if you're interested, please by all means check those out. And if you want to know the who, what, when, why, and where of my life, you can check out the community tab here on my YouTube channel, or go over and join my Facebook group. There's a link in the description box below. Go over there and join up to that, and I will let you know that every time I go live, I do post there. So if you don't get YouTube notifications, you will find out through Facebook that I'm going live, and it'll also tell you when I'm posting tutorials, when I'm doing free classes, sales, anything. It's all there. That's it. That's all I have for you until I see you again. Stay well, my friends. Bye-bye.